Hey folks, welcome back to Reus 2. Last time we completed the tutorial planet and got started on our second planet, Gazelle Alpha here. Before we continue it, let's take a look in our collection here. Let's start by looking at the spirits. We have, I believe, the inventor here was our first spirit. So all biotica with a base science yield gain plus 40% if the biotica is unique in the biome. And we're thinking about starting out our first city as a rainforest city. So we should look at science biotica and try to make them as unique as possible. We also get an extra 3 science for each mystery within the borders. So we should also be looking for both base yields of science, where we want unique biotica, and we want mysteries as well. If we look at our projects here, we have herbalist, woodcutter, and toolsmith, all of which have to do with science. So for our first project, I guess we have the choice of the 3 of these. As soon as we hit 10 technology and 5 unique biotica within borders. So, the toolsmith gains plus 1 science for each science in the mineral within borders with the highest science. So like, let's say our highest mineral within the borders has 40 science, we get an additional plus 40 science from the toolsmith. The woodcutter gains science if there are tree biotica within the borders. I don't think that's something we're going to be focusing on too hard. I don't know. We'll have to look at the rainforest biotica. And the herbalist gains benefits if there are undergrowth biotica. So we'll go take a look at the biotica for the rainforest, and we'll look for minerals for the toolsmith. Trees, if we can get 3 trees or 3 undergrowth in the rainforest, one of these 2 projects would be good. Let's start there. Let's look at the biotica for the rainforest. So here's what we have unlocked. We have some 1-star and 2-star biotica. Let's start by looking at trees. So let's see. Agave's undergrowth. We could come back to that. So is bamboo. And then we have a papaya tree. That gives food. The Ramon tree, which gives science and biodiversity. Okay. We don't have whatever this tree is. This is undergrowth. So we only have 2 trees. No, we have 3. We have a banana tree as well. Okay. And then we have the gumbo limbo. This is a medicinal tree. Plus 6 for each surplus biodiversity. Comes with some other stuff. So we could do either undergrowth or trees. And then if we look at our rank 2 biotica here, let's see. We have the rubber tree, output of 25 science. And then we have the hemp, which is toxic medicinal undergrowth, output of 10 science. Okay. Requires 3+. This only requires 1, it looks like, to plant, but it's not one of these stars. And then we have the jade mineral. So we could go, it looks like trees are the way to go, maybe? We can look at putting down some different trees. We can think about that. If we go back to spirits and projects here, we go for trees and then go for biotica. If we have 3 tree biotica, we gain 100 science. And then do any of the trees have a base science yield of science? Because that would gel with the inventor as well. Let's see. So your food, you're a base output of science. So we'd get 14 science from the Ramon tree. We'd get 28 science from the gumbo limbo here. If we had 2 biodiversity, we could place that. You have 25 science. And then that's undergrowth. Yeah, so we have 3 distinct trees that give science. So that could be our plan for the first project. We get those 3 trees down, we get the woodcutter. We're booming in science from our benefits from the inventor spirit and from the woodcutter. Then when we get up to 20 technology and have 8 unique biotica within borders, we can make a second project. That would be the alchemist hut, the weaponsmith, or the woodwork shop. So we don't have enough trees to get the woodwork shop, to get the full value there. Metal biotica would give us weapons. and then distinct biotica that has a base yield of science. So we probably want to go for the alchemist hut as our second. So basically anything that has a base science yield, starting with trees and then branching out from there, gets us to the alchemist hut. I think that's a good plan. And then we don't know anything about micros yet, but I think we have a plan now. We're gonna go rainforest into trees into science yield biotica. So let's go ahead and go to Gazelle Alpha. We're here at the start of the very first era. We have 30 Aeon to go. And we will get a draft charge and a nomad charge for getting 3 technology, which should be pretty straightforward. So let's start with, I forget what this guy is called. Do I know his name? Well, this is the rainforest guy. Hold on, let's bamp out of here. If I go to a new game, we have the ocean giant, the rock giant, the swamp giant, and the forest giant. So they're just giants. It's fine. All right, let's grab the swamp giant. And let's terraform and create some rainforest for these guys. Let's start with a nice, generous 4 tiles. We can add more if we need it later. There's 4 rainforest tiles. Okay. And where do we want to settle? Do we want to settle in the middle? No, we want things to be adjacent to each other, so we want to settle on an edge. But then I'm worried that they'll go out to this direction when I don't really want them to. We'd like as many tiles to be adjacent to each other where we can place items as possible. So let's settle over here. And we'll get started with our city. Camp Eastern Jungle. Very nice. So they're picking up these 2 tiles to start. And we know they're disinterested because there's barely any biotica in the borders. I would like them to expand this way. I don't want them to expand here. So for now, we've got 3 areas where we can create biotica, 2 within the borders, and we know we want to start with trees. This is a bonus slot that has a food booster. Let's take a look at that. Plus 50% food. But we don't really want to... I guess some food is okay, but we don't really want to use food here. We want to use biotica with a science base, so we might overlook that given our plan. Let's start placing biotica. So, rainforest plants. We have the papaya tree and the Ramon tree. Now, the Ramon tree has the base science output, and the papaya tree has the base food output. So I guess we don't have everything unlocked from the start. We have to draft them up. What about animals for the rainforest? We have the pit viper and the guinea pig. And then for minerals, we have stone and amethyst. Okay, so we're limited on what we can do. We want to stick to trees, and we definitely want base science. So I guess since we have to put 2 trees down... Well, we don't have to. But let's take a look at the Ramon tree here. There's no, like, adjacency bonus here. This one has the bio booster. Plus 15 food if this biome has at least 3 biodiversity. I'm not sure. Do we want to put that here? Or do we want to hold off and see if we can get it? If we can get a draft, we can avoid spending Eon on something that we're not going to leave there. I'll leave this slot open for now, but we'll start with a Ramon tree. I'd like to maybe put something next to it, so we'll go here first. Let's put the Ramon tree down. Okay. So what does that do for our science output? It's growing, but I don't think it's going to grow to 3 with just 1 tree. No, it gets to 2. Okay. So there's our Ramon tree. Let's take a look at what else we could do here. In terms of animals, we have the pit viper, which outputs gold, so that's not something we're interested in. And the guinea pig, which outputs food. And then for minerals, we have the stone. Plus 10 if adjacent to bioticum with base science. So if we place this down next to the tree, we get that benefit. That might push us to 3 and let us draft something. So I think we'll go with the stone here. And we'll place that in this slot. That should get us to 3 bioticum. Or 3 technology, and let us complete the city request here. Let's see. Yeah, that'll get us to 3. Very nice. Okay, so that's completed. We have now a draft, and we can summon another nomad. Let's start with our drafts here and go into the rainforest. Let's draft the rainforest. And then what do we want? We'd love a tree. This requires 3 biodiversity, so we couldn't place it just yet, right? Our biodiversity here... No, our biodiversity is at 3. Okay. But it's a food output. I guess these guys come with it, but I don't think they particularly have any adjacency bonus here. The Gumbo Limbo might be better for us, because we want things with a base science yield, because remember, our spirit here gives us plus 40% to emblems feature unlocked in the metagame. Okay. Our spirit here, it doesn't say, but we should be getting bonus. Yeah, we're getting 28 science instead of 20 from the stone, and we're getting 14 instead of 10 from the Ramon tree, because this guy gives us a plus 10. It would be nice if it showed that in here somewhere. Border boosters that we haven't unlocked that. Border booster is available in the planet shop at level 1 with technology. There's something new I can buy? No, not yet. Okay. I just realized something. So I was thinking, we don't really have a motivation to place food, but each time we purchase more Eon with technology, the cost to purchase the next plus 5 Eon goes up, and it goes up more for technology than the other. So having some spread of population and wealth would be good as well. It looks like our first project might be available here. And we had talked about going with the woodcutter. So let's unlock that. Oh, interesting. They grew to the right here. I guess that's fine. So now if we place our tree over here somewhere, that will get the boost from the woodcutter as well. Okay, so let's see. I think we want to... We gotta finish our draft here. I think we go with Gumbo Limbo here. It's a medicinal tree. It has a base yield of science, which we want. And then it gets plus 6 science for each surplus biodiversity in this dome. So we're only using 2 of the 3 we have available. I think Gumbo Limbo is the way to go. So let's unlock that. And then we'll place it. So let's see where placing it makes the most sense. You already have your useful bonus, although we may be replacing you later. The Ramon tree doesn't have a bonus. And this one has a bonus for each surplus biodiversity. So maybe we place it here. That will activate the woodcutter and get us plus 40 science on top of the base science we get. So if we look here, the base is 20. We have plus 2 biodiversity here. So that's 20 plus 6 is 12. That gets us 32. And then we add 40% to that to get to 45. I think that's right. Yeah. Very nice. And now the woodcutter should be involved. We have the plus 40 here. If we place another tree, that goes up by another 60. So, Let's take a look. What are we at now? We're at 7. If we place another tree in the biome, I suspect we'll get to 10. Have encountered the pet rocks luxury. Rock and bow ties. What? What is luxury? Where did the luxury come from? City stats. Woodcutter and skeptic. Inventions. Pet rocks. Sturdy, loyal, completely useless. +1 prosperity. Okay. So how does this... So inventions are something we've done, it looks like. This city will come up with a new invention if it gains 8 more technology. Okay, alright. We got +1 prosperity from pet rocks. I like that. So I think we want another tree here. And it might be good to use the food booster here. So we won't get the benefit of the spirit's +40% to technology here. This won't help us out in getting to 10 tech. But it would give us 60 additional science from the woodcutter, and it would give us some food for population. So maybe we throw in a papaya tree. Although this one would get us the additional 1 biodiversity. So what else do we want here? We've got the guinea pig. We've got the pit viper. So the guinea pig has a higher base food output versus... What are we talking about? The papaya tree? But if we can get our biodiversity up, then this goes to 20. So that's those are 2 possibilities. And then for minerals, we have amethyst is gold. We already have stone. Flint would be another one. This gains +15 if adjacent to at least 1 tree bioticum. So that's 20 science. Boosts up our biodiversity. And it would be next to a tree, so we'd get the bonus if we placed it there. Does that make more sense than the food? I know we need unique bioticum, and we said we would try to go in on science, right? So yeah, let's place the flint here. That's going to boost our science. And then we need a tree over here somewhere. I'm just realizing I could have placed that here and then a tree here. Let's see. What's happening with the city now? It's almost to 9. So we do need another tree. The Ramon tree outputs biodiversity, which benefits... What was it? It was... Was it this tree? Yeah. We get more science. Yeah. So I think it's another Ramon tree here. Now, we already have one. Right? We have a Ramon tree here. So for the alchemist, we need unique bioticum, and we have what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the alchemist hut, we need 5. So this wouldn't help that, but we could place another tree there, or another some other type of bioticum that's unique. Either an animal. Do we have a science yield mineral that we don't have yet? We have the flint. We have the stone. So we need a unique bioticum in one of these that isn't something we already have. We don't have the papaya tree. But this would give us 20 food. I really should... I'm realizing now I should have put that here. And then done another tree here and then this flint. But it's too late for that now. So let's throw down the papaya tree. It's not science, but it will kick in with the woodcutter, and I think push us over the edge. Puts our biodiversity to 4, which gets us even more science from this one, the Gumbo Limbo. So we're getting plus 24 science here. And I think we're going to get to 10 technology as well. All right, so that gets us another draft charge. Okay, we're also down to only 5 eons, so I'm going to spend 6 technology to get 5 more. And then we can also get more by building another city, right? We don't have a lot of food or wealth here, but we do have a ton of science. So the question is, do we continue drafting rainforest stuff and build another rainforest city? Or I guess we should look at who we're going to summon here. We can summon the Sage, who wants food and has the Devout bonus. Extra science and food for each mystery. Or we could summon the Pirate Queen. Extra gold, food, and science for each mystery. Okay, you know, we haven't used her before. So let's build an ocean biome for her. So 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And when their borders grow, what do they need? Border boosters we don't have. They're disinterested. So I'm not sure how we got them to grow to 6 tiles last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6, right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Okay. So I think they can grow to 6. I'm not sure exactly how we do that. It might require more prosperity or more population or something. In the previous game, there was more information here, but this is saying I need border boosters, which I haven't unlocked. So let's go 6 tiles away and build an ocean city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start with well, they expanded to the left. Let's start with 4 ocean tiles. And let's call the Pirate Queen and see what an ocean city looks like. She's going to be focused in on gold. Okay. So now, in the past, I've seen that there's some things that can only be placed in shallow water. I don't know how we do deep water. We might not have the ability to create that yet. But we have some slots, so let's call the Pirate Queen. And let's settle here. Okay, they can't settle in ocean. Settle them on the coast of another biome instead. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we want? So we can either give them, we can either have them settle on rainforest or desert. Why don't we, well, they can't settle on this tile even if we terraform it because it's too close to Eastern Jungle. So why don't we switch things, do we switch things up? No, we've already unlocked one draft for, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. For now, let's have them, let's make one desert tile. How come this isn't working? There we go. One desert tile for them to build their city on, and then they'll have 4 ocean tiles to work. So the next quest is for them to have 3 wealth. We can definitely work on that. All right, so we're going to click on you. You're going to settle here. Oh, look, they take little ships across the ocean. That's so cute. Go ahead and settle. Okay, so we do have one draft, but I think I'm going to hold on to that for a minute. Port Bear Wilds has been settled. Now, I don't really know what her... I don't know how to plan for this. I guess what we want to do here is leave the planet and take a look at her stuff, right? Not settings. Collection. So if we look at the Pirate Queen... Well, that's the goddess. The Huntress. The Pirate Queen. There we go. So she doesn't get her spirit power because she's not the main character of the planet. Fine. She has adventurous, so if we can get some mystery in the ocean, that's good. We can get some benefits from that. The Ocean Shrine gets additional mystery, which for us turns into a lot of all 3 types of stuff, in particular gold. If there are distinct ocean bioticum within the borders, that we could easily go for. Predator biotica for more gold. Fishing hut for more food. I think I'd like to use her adventurous spirit here, so we'll go for the Ocean Shrine. It's the easiest one to do. So we just need distinct ocean bioticum within the borders. And then tavern for animals, fishing fleet for fish, and amulet smith for gems. She is kind of a gold person. I don't think we have access to enough gems to get 5. So we'd be getting 80 food here, or 80 gold. I think maybe we try to go for amulet smith. So we want distinct ocean biotica and gems is the goal here. So let's start placing some stuff in the ocean here. They're out to here. This has a plant booster. Plus 50% to the primary yield for a plant. All right, well, we want to go for gems, but we also need distinct biotica. We're not going to have that many gems. What do we have? We have a gate is a gem, and bedrock is not. So let's start with the agate. If we have... This is volcanic and a gem. So what kind of plant can we put there? 10, and that has mystery on it. So why don't we start with a sea anemone in the plants? And then, what do we got? We got 30 left. Okay, then we'll go for a gem. We'll throw down an agate next to the plant. Do we want it next to the plant? This doesn't have an adjacency, and neither does the gem. So maybe we'll put them next to each other, and then there's a slot on either side, right? So if we come up with something else, we might be able to place it next to one of these. Placing the gem should get us to 3 gold, I think. Or 3 wealth, rather. Let's see. Not quite. We're not quite there. We need another... We need something else here. So we could use some more wealth, or we could do a draft here. We have 2 biodiversity in the shellwater ocean. Eastern jungle. Not sure why this is called shellwater. I guess it's just the name of the ocean. So we could draft something here for the ocean. Rainforest is already at max rank, so we can't save it for that anyway. Let's go ahead and draft for the ocean. Let's see what we can come up with here. So pearls are a gem. That's very handy. Comes with another gem, jasper. And the sea crate. The white-plumed anemone is a coral. The tuna is a fish. I think we want the pearls here. Let's go after the pearls. So that also unlocks jasper for us. Let's take a look here. So jasper gets a bonus if it's adjacent to an animal. So we'd be best placing it there. And then when we unlock this, maybe we can place an animal. We have one agate. This requires 3 biodiversity. And it's plus 60 if adjacent to the coast. So that's actually perfect. So we'll place down the jasper here. And then we'll place the pearls over by the coast. And that should really juice the, the wealth. And it should let us do the project here. The gemsmith or whatever it was. So you can now do the ocean shrine. We should get 4 for this. We should get 15, which will give us a lot of gold, food, and science. If we go with the ocean shrine, we talked about this. This was our plan. So let's unlock that. Hopefully they go to the right here. No, they stretched it that way. Interesting. Okay. So the shrine is getting us 15 mystery, which turns into a lot from the... We now have 85 wealth, 34 food, 34 science. Very nice. We could use another draft. Oh, we have another draft. And now the max biome rank is 2. So we could actually get either another something here or another something here, or we could start another city. Let's see. I know we had thought about... What is this? The border expander. Okay. Camp Eastern Jungle agreed to export pet rocks to Port Bear Wilds. Okay, so we have a trade route now, too. So I assume once this reaches here, we'll get one of these 5 trade routes. Or we hit 5 here and we got this trade route. So as soon as this finishes, let's see. Let's see how this affects things. So you guys came in here and brought pet rocks. Okay, so you have the trade route. If we get you a little more science, you'll make an invention. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so these 4 slots are full. We don't want to mess with any of this. We do know that, hold on. We do know that Jasper does get a bonus of 15 wealth if it's adjacent to an animal bioticum. And we need more population, so if we have a food animal we can put in here, that would be ideal. So we have the sea crate, the clownfish, and the herring. Obviously, we're going with the herring here. 15 food, plus more wealth. That's the way to go. Herring it is. Okay. So more wealth and food. Is that enough to get us the population we need? I doubt it. That's only 15, right? So we're 1 shy of 4 population. We need another food animal. And we're running out of Eon. So the next thing we need to do is, first of all, come in here and see what we can buy. We have a lot of wealth. So let's spend that to get more Eon. And now population is cheap. So we have 10 Aeon left. Can I get a tuna in here? Oh, I would have to draft it, right? So I could draft this to go after tuna. Or... So do I want to build a desert city next? I guess it depends on who's available here. The miner's very interested in science for minerals. He gets bonuses from mystery. He gets bonuses from mystery as well. So we could build... He believes in progress through trade. We could either build... Let me take a look at my minerals here. So we have 4 for ocean, 3 for rainforest, and 3 for desert. So we could build another ocean town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've left a little bit too much space here. I think I've screwed this up a little bit. So we could build another ocean town for the miner. Science for minerals. Let me see. These minerals, are any of them science? Only the bedrock. The pearls are all... So that doesn't really gel well with him. Whereas the merchant just believes in gold. So we could build him like a desert town. And then we could try drafting the desert. Or we could try going after... let's see. If we built another rainforest, is there any gold stuff? There's a gold pit viper and a gold parakeet. There's the gold amethyst. So building the rainforest for him doesn't super work. We're more likely to get, we're more likely to get stuff from him if we build him a desert town. So, excuse me. So, let's go back out and check out the merchant here. Let's leave the planet and check out the merchant real quick. So, where's the merchant? His projects include Gem Seeker from Gems. That, I think, would go well for us. Trade Post from distinct biotica that have the base gold yield. That would work as well. Merchant Pier if they're ocean minerals. We don't have a lot of that. So it's going to be either Trade Post or Gem Seeker here. And then for his second thing, distinct gem biotica gets a big buff. Mansion if there are minerals. Market if there are distinct biotica that have the base gold yield. So I think we go for 3 gems and build a desert for him. All right. So, 1, 2, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So 1, 2... let's build a desert for him, I guess. We'll go 6 tiles away. And we'll build like this. We'll build him a desert town. So we've got, you know, one of each. We've got rainforest, ocean, and a big chunk of desert. Let's call the merchant. And let's have him settle over here. And then, once he settles, we should get 25 Eon, I think. Yeah, we need to get them some food to get this level 2 quest done. That would be great. But in order to do that... Let's see. The ocean doesn't have a lot of biodiversity right now. What's the tuna cost? Oh, we'd have to unlock tuna to do it. So we'll have to choose between the level 2 quest here or the level 2 quest here. We'll have to... Let's work on this settlement first. And then figure things out, right? So let's place down some minerals. We know we want gems as much as possible. So we have 1, 2... We have 2 gems. I might need to re-terraform some of this into something else. What do we have that's gold output? Yeah, amethyst from rainforest. So, like... We might want to turn one tile here into a rainforest tile. Just to throw down the gem. Does that count? That counts as a gem, right? The other alternative is an ocean tile. Those are gems as well. Maybe an ocean tile would be better. Yeah, because we've got pearls and jasper and agate. Pearls... requires 4. So yeah, we're not going to be able to place pearls. But we could place jasper and agate, or... Do we have 2 gems here? No, we only have the 1. So I guess one science, or 1 ocean tile would be fine. I think we'd have to put it here, so that it can grow out to here in time. Let's start placing gems, though, in the desert. So we want jasper. This gets a bonus if it's adjacent to an animal. This is just straight up gold. That's not a gem. So let's place the quartz close. And then we'll place the jasper. This is a mineral booster, so we'll get some kind of benefit from that. Plus 50% primary yield. Okay, so we definitely want an animal here. Let's place the jasper. And then we want some kind of animal here with a gold base yield, right? What do we have? Sandcat only benefits if we have the critter. Jerboa gives us food. And acts as a critter. So we could do Jerboa. We could do Sandcat Jerboa. Because this would be 15 food because there's a mineral. This would be 25 wealth. Let's see. We're not quite to 2 wealth yet. So if I do that, I'm using these 2. And then we've sort of used up the biodiversity here. Well, the biodiversity would go to 4. But what do we want to spend our... I think we might be going after the tuna here in the ocean to get this quest. We don't have another mineral gem that we can place. We could turn this into an ocean, but no. I think we're better off going Sandcat into... Well... Maybe I'll hold off on the Jerboa for a moment. Yeah, it's only 5 wealth there, so we kind of need it. We need these 2 synergize together too well, so we're gonna have to put the Jerboa here. What are you? You're a border expander? Okay. Let's see what's going on back at our other cities. No new inventions. You still have the 1 trade route. What are you guys up to? We completed our quest, so we have a draft now. What are you doing? They're the border expander. So then the idea would be that we put ocean here next, right? To get another gem, because they're gonna have their project once they get to a certain level of prosperity. And we wanted to have more gems, right? Oh, I never did place the jerboa, so let's place that. Those boost each other. And hold on, I've accidentally completed the era, so I need to buy... I can't buy anything else. Okay. You guys get some population and wealth from that. What are you up to? You're a trade mission. You're going to import luxuries from Port Bear Wilds. What luxuries do they have? You're going to import pet rocks? Okay. So I guess we need to get to 10 prosperity or 10 wealth here to unlock the project, which would be the gem thing. So unfortunately, I do have a draft left. Port Bear Wilds agreed to export that, the pet rocks. Okay. I do have a draft left, but maybe I should hold off on using it for now while we set up our next era. I can't buy... Oh, I can actually buy 5 more Eon. Okay. So I could do one more thing, which would be the jerboa. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I think I want to turn this into ocean. Let's let's terraform this into ocean. And then let's put a gem here. With the knowledge that this is going to be a food booster for anything that has food. So we'll leave that empty for now. We do have the jerboa. So if we put an ocean gem here, and if it gives us a bunch of science, let's see what we have. We're not going to use the jasper. The gate's 15. Pearls we can't afford, so it's got to be the agate. If we were going to put an animal here, we could do it with herring, which has a base output of food, so that would be boosted. And it would be an animal, which would then give us the benefit from jasper. But the problem is, we don't have enough Aeon to do it now. So if I want to build the gem hut thing, I need to get to 10 wealth, and I don't think I can do it with just the agate. So I'm not going to get it this era anyway, which means I should go with the jasper and then put a food animal here. That boosts the jasper to 20 gold. Let's place that and see what it does. I don't think it pushes us over the edge here. It gets us to... 20 jasper. It does get us to 6. 6 wealth. So why does this say 8? Oh, this is my entire civilization. Okay. Alright, so there's nothing we can do but go to the next era. I've sort of run out of stuff to do, except I could use my draft, but I don't have any Aeon to spend it on anyway. So we've got 3 decent cities set up. We've got Camp Eastern Jungle is producing pet rocks, I guess, and exporting them through Port Bear Wilds over to Bearburg. Boy, they really like bear a lot. I guess it's the desert naming convention. We're close to getting our first project in Bearburg. And then in Port Wilds, we're a ways off. In Camp Eastern Jungle, if we focus on this, we might be able to get this to 20 next era, and then get a level 3 quest here, or a level 2 project here, which could be good. So let's take a look at what our ancient era is going to be. We have the Calm era available, as always. We have the Iron Age available. Have 10 technology and 4 minerals on the planet's already done. You unlock the Iron Bioticum. The Pirate Queen builds the Great Forge, which multiplies the science of all minerals within the borders. I mean, she's big on wealth, not really science. But the Iron Bioticum could be good. One is minerals are going to lead the path forward. Have 10 on the planet, have 4 minerals on the planet. 2 is have 20 on the planet, 40 science from the Great Forge. And 3 is the Gilded Iron Age. Gilded era, a gilded frame with a massive prosperity. Have 80 prosperity on the planet. So that would be the quests for the Iron Age. This one's already done, basically, so we go straight to quest 2. And I guess the Great Forge helps the Pirate Queen generate science when normally she's about wealth. Now, another era we could go for is the Monument Age. The Pirate Queen feels that civilization on this planet starts with them. In honor of the Pirate Queen, the whole city is preparing to build a great monument. Great for them, at least. Will you help them create history? Quest 1 is build up prestige for this historical city. The Pirate Queen has to have 8 wealth. I think we're already close to that. The Pirate Queen will start the construction of a monument that gives gold for each city on the planet that is smaller than the Pirate Queen city. Not sure what they mean by smaller. Is that measured by prosperity? Quest 2, help the Pirate Queen create a monument for the ages. She needs 13 wealth and 2 element biotica within the borders. And then quest 3, the Pirate Queen has 40 prosperity. So we'd be like all in on the Pirate Queen for this, for the Monument Age. Kind of similar for the Iron Age. And then we did Neolithic Revolution last time. We've already got 3 stars here. And apparently our wealth is higher than our technology. I guess that makes sense because we have two wealth cities. So do we want to go after the Iron Age, which is medium, or the Monument Age, which is medium? I mean, both of these are new to me. I think getting more science on the planet is going to be easier than, well, maybe. If we go all in on ocean, because we have 1 draft, so we can get an ocean draft. Then we can complete her level 2 quest and work on our level 3 quest. Maybe we could do this one. This one we're kind of already on the way to finishing, though. Like, this is already done. This is easy to get to. Yeah. I think Iron Age might be the one to go with here. Both are about, like, doubling down on the Pirate Queen, which... She's not the main character, the inventor was, but I guess we're going to go for after the Iron Age. We haven't done this before. Although we did see it in the tutorial, so maybe this is easier to get. 3 science and 2 minerals, 4 wealth. Both of these are kind of easy to get. Yeah, let's go after the Iron Age. Okay, so guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm very, very excited to continue playing this game. It's just such a blast. I'm really invested in it and having a bunch of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. As always, thank you so much for watching. When we come back next time, we'll work on our Iron Age. So until then, take care.